Hello princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about my November empties. So as usual I have quite a few of them because I like to let them just gather up so that the video is actually interesting. So I'm going to start off with my makeup empties. My first empty is actually an empty pot of the MAC Prep and Prime finishing powder, but inside this pot was my long lasting Skin Food Peach Sake Silky Powder. I had the Peach Sake Silky Powder for I'm gonna say about 4 years. 4 years it took me to finish a translucent setting powder, but it is actually my favorite powder ever, so I was kind of glad that it lasted a long time, but it came in a really awful packaging, so I would recommend depotting it into something else, but I finally finished it and now I can move on to the million other setting powders that I still have sitting in my drawer. And when I'm finished with them, I'm probably just going to repurchase another one of the Skin Food ones because I like it that much. One of my other empties is the e.l.f. eyebrow kit, and you'll notice that this is not actually totally empty because there is this shade here, but I don't like it and I don't use it, so there's no point in actually trying to use it up. The rest is the wax, and the wax has gone dry, so I cannot use all of it, but I used pretty much all of it, so I quite like this one. It just helped to set my brows in place. Sometimes my brow hairs can get a little bit long and unruly looking, so the wax just sort of gelled them down and made them look a little bit nicer. So when I repurchase it, I would look for something similar, and if I couldn't find it I would definitely repurchase it, but I would like to try something else. The last makeup related empty is actually a cushion puff, and you notice that I have cut it in half because I wanted to see what was inside the cushion puff. Mine looked like it was growing mold. It is not actually moldy, I think it's just fluff, but I really couldn't tell, and they're not that expensive, so I would rather throw them out in case it is mold. But I did chop it up just for fun. This is the Vanilla Co. Ruby Cell Puff. They are fantastic. You can buy them in a pack of 5. I think I bought a pack of 5 for about 6 New Zealand dollars, so really inexpensive. I probably go through one puff in about 2 months maybe, so they are actually quite good in terms of longevity too. So I'm still using the other 4 of them. This one just is quite funny. Moving on to hair care, I actually have a couple of hair care empties. I finished another bottle of the Innisfree Green Tea Mint Fresh Scalp Scaler, and I have since repurchased another 3-pack of these because I love them so much. They keep my scalp healthy, they make it smell nice, which is really nice as well, and it looks great too, so I really love using these. I also used up a tube of the L'Adore Sleeping Clinic Ampoule. It's not an ampoule, it's an ampoule, and I really like this one as well. I did a first impression review with this one. It did make my hair feel really lovely, so I would think about repurchasing these again. I think they do just come in these little sample size tubes, and I think you can just buy a bigger quantity of them. I'm not sure if they actually come in a bigger pot. This is only a 20 ml sample, so it was still really nice to use though. My last hair care empty is the La Biocétique Structure Deep Conditioning Treatment. There's so many different languages and they all sort of look like English, and I keep getting a bit confused by them. I bought this product from my hairdresser because I like my hairdresser to recommend me products, because obviously they've just been touching my hair, so they can recommend me something good, and this one is to help repair the structure of your hair. So I did notice that it made my hair less elastic, so when I brushed my hair I didn't feel like my hair was stretching out because it is bleached as well. So you can see that the dark colour is my natural colour and then the rest is a lot lighter. So it is bleached and it is a little bit damaged, and it is also, yeah, really quite long. I did just get like this much cut off of it, but it's still quite a bit of it now. So I found this one really helpful. It took me, I only just finished it and I just got my hair done again, so it took me 5 months to use this up, and I believe it only cost me about 30 New Zealand dollars, so I would repurchase this one again once I'm done with my other hair treatments. I have 2 body care empties this time as well, so I finally finished up the Body Shop Vanilla Bliss Shimmer Lotion. This smells amazing. I love vanilla and I love the Body Shop vanilla scent, but the shimmer is so annoying. But I bought such a huge bottle and no one else wanted it, so I really had no choice but to use it up because otherwise it's just quite wasteful. but you can probably see on the cap like there's a lot of grimy glitter build-up, and the glitter just got all over my hands, and it didn't really stick to my body, but it just stuck to my hands, and the bits that did stick to my body would just rub off onto the couches in like a couple of minutes anyway. So it was a bit of a frustrating lotion. It didn't really moisturize that well anyway, so I would not repurchase this again at all, but it does smell good. I do like vanilla. The other body care empty is the Tony Moly Super Peeling Liquid Shiny Foot. This is a one-time use product, so of course it's empty. I've already done a fail review on it as well because it didn't peel the skin off my feet, and it's been I think like 2 months now and no more peeling has happened. My feet still look horrible. So this really didn't work for me, and it was quite expensive, so not a fan, would not repurchase either. Onto skincare empties, I've got the Hada Labo Gokujin Light Lotion. I think it doesn't actually have an English name on it. I'm pretty sure this is the light lotion because I'm sure the regular lotion is either blue or pink, or a combination of blue or pink, whereas this one is green and blue. This has taken me almost a year to use up. It is 170 milliliters, so it's not exactly tiny, and yeah, it was nice to use. It made my skin feel moderately moisturized, but it was nothing special for me, and I know this is a holy grail for some people, but I'm not sure if it's because I chose the light version because the salesperson recommended it for me, whereas I wanted to buy the regular version. She convinced me not to, or just because it didn't really work for my skin. It did provide a little bit of moisture, and it helped a lot of my other skincare products to penetrate a little bit better, I would say. But it's not something that I feel the need to repurchase. I also finished up the J Dew Green Moist Essence and the Green Moist Cream. These were given to me for review months ago, months and months ago, and I really enjoyed them, and I said that in the review, but I think it's actually quite good to show you guys that I actually did enjoy them. I'm not being paid to say that I enjoy them. This is an empties video, but I've used all of it, so I think that speaks for itself. I really enjoyed these. They smell like lavender. They make my skin calm, relaxed, and if I do have any breakouts, they neutralize them really quickly because it's just, I don't know why, they work really well for my skin. I would consider repurchasing them as well, but I always have a ton of skincare stuff to get through, so I don't know if I will end up repurchasing them, but I like them enough to repurchase them. As usual, I have a bunch of sheet masks. I finished up my last Bird's Nest mask. I also finished a couple of the Royal Jelly masks from My Beauty Diary, and I tried an Etude House Rice Purifying Mask. I hated this one though. This one made my skin feel really rough and awful, whereas the My Beauty Diary ones are wonderful as always. I quite like the My Beauty Diary masks. I also finished up a Skin Food Black Sugar Mask Wash Off Treatment. I didn't like this for my face. It was a fail review from me, but I used it up on my body. It makes a fantastic body exfoliator. I wouldn't repurchase it because it's a very expensive body exfoliator, but I did enjoy using it on my legs. My last empty is the Innisfree Eco Safety Perfect Sunblock, and I absolutely enjoyed using this, and I've already reviewed it, loved it, just found out that it's been discontinued. Why Innisfree? Innisfree does this all the time. They'll bring out a product and then they'll discontinue it, and so I will try and find some more of them just scattered around hopefully and buy them up because I really liked using this one. It was a great winter sunscreen. And that is it for my favorites for this month. I hope you guys enjoyed watching them. I really enjoyed talking about my products, and I will see you next time.